That's fine. Okay. So x1, y1, x2, y2. So 1, like I said, it's just your first points. 2's just mean your second points. So obviously your x is your first number, y is your second number. That logic doesn't change. You've done that from lower high school. So x is your first one, y is your second one. The 2's and 1's just represent this is your first point, this is your second point. So let's plug it into our formula and see if it works. Of course it works. D equals square root x2, so bracket 7 minus 2. Always label them, right? Just be easier. Plus y2 minus y1 squared. And then literally we're going to plug this into our calculator. It says leave it in surd form, which means do not put the surd in your calculator, just the inside. So any questions while I've worked this out? Do not put the surd in your calculator, just the inside. Any questions there? No? Danita, does it make sense to you?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, then we'll just keep going. D equals square root. Again, you shouldn't really start it without labeling. It just makes it a little bit neater. X1, Y1, X2, Y2. Okay, and then I guess just finish it off. Put everything into your formula because you've memorized it. So 3 minus x1, but then x1 is also minus 1, so put another minus 1 squared plus y2 minus negative 4, so minus another 4 squared. And then again, plug the inside into your calculator. And it should give you 32. Double check. And then maybe you guys can try C for the next one or 2 minutes. And then I'll give you my answer. All right, let's see. So what I get for C is, where's my little pen? There we go. D equals square root. Again, just makes it easier to identify. Label x1, y1, x2, y2. And then we'll just do it again. 3 minus 0 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. 9, 25, 34. Anyone actually get that correct? Or did I do it too fast? Am I going too fast?
No, I got it correct.
Yeah, cool. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, well then, that's the distance formula. Let's do the next one. Midpoint. Again, we'll just do the first 3. I didn't lie to you. If you know your formulas, The questions can be pretty straightforward. I mean, I'm sure I can make the questions a little bit harder, but at the end of the day, you'll still need your formulas. So again, labeling is your first step. X1, Y1, X2, Y2, and then pretty much X equals X1 plus X2 divided by 2, which equals to 1. Y equals Y1 plus Y2 divided by 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. But because, right, there's a difference between distance and obviously a midpoint. Right, and that's why in the formula I would have written X comma Y to remind you that that's a point. So the idea is you can't just leave it like that. If it's a point, your answer is 1 comma 5. Your X coordinate and your Y coordinate. X equals 1, Y equals to 5. That's your midpoint. Now, I've had a lot of students that have done this obviously topic and sometimes come back to me and say, oh, Sam, I forgot the midpoint formula. And I go, well, hold on. You can't forget the midpoint formula. So try 2. What's halfway between 0 and 2? What's halfway between 0 and 2?
1.
1. What's halfway between 6 and 4? Well done, Anissa.
2.
Halfway between 6 and 4 is 2. 5.
5.
Yeah, 4, 5, 6. What are you even doing? 4 and 6. What's halfway between it?
5.
Yeah, of course, right? Probably have a little mental block there. All good. So all you're doing is literally that. You're just technically in your minds, you're adding them together and halving it, dividing it by 2. So do you really need to know the midpoint formula? Probably not. You can use your logic, but you know, for some questions, when it becomes negative, it might be a little bit easier just to know the formula. So I'll do it again. X1, Y1, X2, Y2. Again, what does X equal to? Halfway between 4 and 6 is 5. Halfway between 8 and 10 is 9. Therefore, the answer is 5 and 9. Try C, please. All right, I'll just need to stretch. Give me 2 minutes, you guys. All right. This one here, X equals, I label first, X1, Y1, X2, y2. X equals -3 plus -5 over 2, which should give you -4. And then y equals 2 plus 0. What's halfway between 2 and 0? 1. And then obviously, what's your midpoint? -4 and 1. Anyone that's memorized the distance formula or the midpoint formula yet? Just when I said distance, did your head say like square root x2 minus x1 squared? If so, you've memorized it. If not, a little bit more time, I guess. It's okay. It's only the first day, but you'll never get good at this topic if you don't give it the time to just memorize your formulas. Let's try the next one. Gradient formula. Again, same thing. Use the gradient formula to find the gradient of a straight line passing through the following points. All right, step 1, x1, y1, x2, y2. Let's just do that for all of them. All right, and then gradient. Gradient, unfortunately, is represented by the letter M. So please don't think that's midpoint. M is gradient. Gradient is -7, because that's y2, minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And again, you plug that onto your calculator and you should get -12. Can somebody help me out for the next one? What's the first number?
4.
4 minus
-2.
Yep, not 2. -2 is correct. Yes. Careful there.
3.
Yep.
-1.
Yeah, like that. So the minus is there because of the formula, but then this other -1 is there because x1 is actually -1. We're just going to be very careful with that. And then again, plug it into your calculator. 6 over 4 should give you 3 over 2. And like your last, somebody else.
-7.
-7.
And then -3.
No.
Wait, isn't it -3?
No. It's minus, right?
Oh, yeah, -3.
Yeah, and then y1. y1 is -3. So -3 over.
4
Correct.
-2.
Perfect. There we go. And then what's that? -7 plus 3 is -4 on 6. -2 on 3. All right. Any questions? Good. That's 3 formulas. You know, 3 formulas usually takes about 2 to 3 weeks at school. So if you can memorize it, you're just plotting it in. That's what 8 exercises already done. Mixed questions. Yeah, let's do a mixed questions, I guess. Let's do question 1. Well, actually, what I might do, because there's nothing new to